Welcome to the second short tutorial on the app that goes with my book, How to Sight Read. The second one is all about developing our peripheral vision. I find this very interesting actually, and I hope you do too. And of course we hear about players, singers who can look ahead. You know, some people have remarkable ability evidently to look ahead and read what's coming along well before they get there. Again, we don't have to read miles ahead, just a little bit is very helpful. And it is again an ability, a developmental technique, one of my 9. In the book it's on page 40. And the app it's similar to the one we were talking about in brain processing, and it allows you to set up a bar and then a second bar and learn to see what's in that bar, more and more of what's in that bar, without actually looking at it. And so what we're doing is we are training our eyes, our brain really, to take in data from our peripheral vision. And so when we actually look at what's there, we've already begun to process it. We've almost worked it out actually. It's amazing what we can do.
So let's start our investigation of peripheral vision by looking at this picture. What you're doing at the moment, I'm sure, I guarantee, is that you're just moving your eyes quite a lot, kind of just looking at the picture. That's what we do. We move our eyes continuously. Scientifically, we can move our eyes evidently up to about 100 times a second, but normally it's between about 3, 4 or 5 times. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at one thing and not move your eyes. So can you look at the name of the piano maker? Now don't move your eyes. Keep them stationary. Keep them absolutely still. So you're looking. What I want you to notice is that even though you're looking at that whole word, you're probably only actually looking at one bit of the word. This is called your fovea, your central vision, and it's very small. What it covers, the field of vision, is very small. Now, do not move your eyes. What I want you to do is to use your brain to notice other things without actually moving your vision. So your eyes stay where they are. Now, can you just notice the keyboard? You're not looking at it, you're just noticing it. Your brain's taking in the keyboard. Let's go a little bit further afield. Can you, again, don't move your eyes, is this a 2-pedal or a 3-pedal piano? Can you notice that? Those pedals at the bottom. Don't look at them. On your right, there is an instrument hanging from a music stand. Can you see what that instrument is? Don't look at it. You're still looking at that particular bit of the name. There is an animal underneath that instrument. Can you notice anything about that animal? Let's go up to the windows on the right. Can you see through those windows? What? Can you see any detail? Can you notice the colour outside the window? And then to the left, can you notice that there is a cabinet? So what you're doing here is you are exercising your peripheral vision. It's a brain thing, really. You're causing your brain to take in more data from your peripheral vision area. And so when you look at that thing that you've been looking at just with your brain, as it were, you will already know a bit about it. And that's basically what we can do. Now you can practice this, and I guarantee this is something you can practice and get better at. Anytime, if you're just sitting somewhere, look at something, know that you're only using your fovea, your central vision, look at it without moving your eyes, and then see how much you can take in from other sources around that. And you're literally developing your peripheral vision. So let's have a look at how to actually set up and some work with this peripheral vision bit of the app. Obviously, click on the peripheral vision, takes you here. Looks fairly similar to the brain processing bit of the app as well. But what's going to happen here is that we're going to set up one bar in the same kind of way, key, mode, major or minor, clef, meter, whatever you like. And then you're going to set up the second bar, and you can have 1, 2, 3, or 4 notes in that bar. And then you can set the time, anything between 4 seconds, right down to 0.1 of a second, going down in increments of 0.1 of a second. So let's set one up now. Key, well, we'll have C major. C major, there it is. We'll stick with treble clef. Meter, it's set for 4/4 as the default, but let's have a look at that. And maybe we'll change it to 3/4. And go back. And then we want to generate our rhythm. It will automatically generate rhythms for you if you wanted to, but it's more fun generating our own rhythm. So let's go to generate our rhythm. So I'm going to have one crochet, which is there already. You can change that to 2 quavers and another crochet from our palette of rhythms there. Then we go down a bit further. How much time do I want to see? Well, I'm beginning, so I'm going to say 3 seconds. It seems to be set at 3 seconds at the moment. The countdown, you get 2 bars of countdown, and you can set the speed. It's set here 120. I'm going to leave that. Hands-free, it means it will just keep on generating more and more, and literally it will go on infinitely. It will go on forever if you leave it until you stop it and then you want to change. And then you can determine how long before you see the next one, give you a little break. And that's basically what it is. So you set all that up, and then you press go, and you have to be quite self-disciplined to look at the first bar only and then see what you can from the second bar. So let's have a go. I'm watching the dot. That's where it's going to display that first bar. I'm ready to start my work on this. So I press ready. And then I have a go at playing it or just thinking it, just in the same way. And it shows you what it was. You have to have this self-discipline just to keep your eyes on the first bar. Now that you know about eye movement, you're probably moving your eyes a little bit even in that first bar, but you want to try in developing this skill just to look at the first bar and let your peripheral vision, let your brain start to input the second bar. And of course, when you look at the second bar, when you're actually sight reading, you know it already. Your brain's already processed it. And so what it does ultimately, it gives you a tremendous sense of fluency, because you're always knowing to some extent what is coming next.